What's up, guys? Justin Mylo here, and welcome to Mylo's Mansion season number 2. Honestly, when I started season 1 and when I started podcasting in general, it was actually sort of a COVID hobby that spiraled out of control. Literally had nothing to do but sitting at home, as all of us. Now times have changed. We're all touring again, back to life. Miami Music Week just ended, which I didn't go to. Very sad. Actually, first year I actually had a little bit of FOMO, missing out from Miami. But we have Tim Hox here joining us today.
Yeah, good to be here.
Thank you for joining.
Of course.
How's Miami?
Warm and it was really nice. It was really good to see everybody again, and it was a really nice experience. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I was there.
Yeah. To be honest, it was more partying than last year, but yeah, that also made it a little bit. Yeah, it was more like a vacation than a real work networking kind of thing.
I mean, that's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what ADE always is for me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's
that's
like
true.
a party every day, running into everyone, always fun trip.
Mhm. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I think I like ADE more because it's a little bit smaller and it's much cheaper as well.
Yeah, Miami's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
It's so expensive. So yeah. For me, I think I'm already looking forward to it.
Yeah, same. Cool. Well, we have these subjects. Ooh, the start of Tim Hox.
The start of Tim Hox. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I think the start is like I've been doing Tim Hox for over 6-7 years right now.
Nice.
And the start is really because I was doing a sort of DJ duo together with someone, and after that I thought, okay, I want to do something else, and then I started Tim Hox, like the whole idea of it. And before I ever made the house music that I do right now, I was more of an eclectic DJ, so I played hip hop, R&B, but also some bubbling, and also house, but it was more like a combination between genres. And back then I was doing a lot of live streams, so I was doing some Twitch things. And because of that, I sort of discovered the whole house kind of style I'm doing right now, and then I think that's 3 years ago, something like that. And then when I started that, I finally got sort of noticed by everybody. I got signed at my first deals, my first records got signed, really big labels, and for me it sort of started when I did that. So yeah, I don't want to say 7 years, but maybe 3 years that it's properly Tim Hox.
Yeah, I mean, still all those years before, because I started as a DJ duo as well, actually.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, it's like people always start noticing you from a certain point.
Yeah.
But there's so many years before that, trying to, I think, figure out for yourself what you want to do and finding your sound, and it's also important.
Yeah, of course. But what was your DJ duo name then?
There were several.
Yeah.
We started out as Gelino and Total Touch.
Okay.
I mean, this is over 10 years
Yeah.
ago, maybe. So we were doing school parties, that kind of stuff. And then our name changed into Novara.
Oh, I know. I think I know that name. Back in the days. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do some shows around the country. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And then when I did Bouncy Bob, that's kind of my first song that I did as Justin Mylo. And I think maybe 1 or 2 years before that I decided to move on by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny how that all changes.
Yeah.
And but how was it for you to be in a duo?
I think it's really it was really cool, to be honest. Like we did a lot of things before that. Like we had a summer tour, but I noticed that working alone is much. Yeah, for me it's I always have like a vision what I want to do, and if that isn't in line with what the other one wants, then it's sort of always then you collide with each other. Then you get some fights into fights, and I'm really stubborn, to be honest. So so I always want my own will to be first, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, like for me it was then, which is I think we created because of that, and I thought okay I want to do something on my own, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, because before I was making music I was always a DJ, like in pubs, like I was doing the whole, like in Breda you have like I think 5 cafes that I played every weekend, and that was most of the thing that I made my money with.
Yeah.
And at a drive-in show, and like playing on birthdays and stuff like that. And because I really wanted to DJ, I thought, okay, I also need to make music, because otherwise I'm not gonna be the big DJ that I wanted to be. And that's how it sort of all came to mind.
Interesting.
And I rolled into the Tim Hox journey.
Sick, yeah. Honestly, that's interesting to hear, because like usually most of the guys that I know and like friends with, they started producing first, and then that turned into DJing. For me, actually, it's the other way around as well. Like I started out DJing with that friend of mine together, just the school parties and whatever. And then I actually had exactly the same. I felt like, okay, if I want to be serious about this, I have to make music.
Yeah.
But it's fun, like how, I mean, I had some musical experience, like I played the guitar a little bit, but other than that, I didn't grow. I mean, I was always playing instruments and whatever, but I don't have the like inspiring story of a 3-year-old me sitting behind a piano or whatever.
No, yeah, me neither, to be honest. I just started out with Fruity Loops because somebody said, if you want to make music, this is the program that you need to use, and that's a little bit how it all came. Like the thing is, I really, if I could be going back, of course I want to play the piano and have all that kind of music theory. Yeah. But like it's right now you don't have any time for that. No. To be honest. But
no. I know, and it's just fun, like.
Yeah.
I also feel like maybe knowing all the rules also maybe limits you sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think it's really good to, of course, you eventually you hear what's in key and stuff like that, and what's good music. But I think also that limit, if you have that with your music theory, of course, that will really limit you. Like, okay, you cannot put this note over here because it won't be. It won't fit in the music theory.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool, let's move on to the next subject. Being a support act. Yeah, well, for people that maybe have not noticed, he does a lot of shows with Hardwell. He did the whole tour. I tour a lot with Martin Garrix, so I think we're in similar
we're in the same boat,
positions, so we're on the same boat.
Yeah.
How's that for you?
I think for me it really opened up the world. Like before COVID, of course, I didn't do a lot of shows. Yeah, I did some shows with Tim Hox, but that's like what I was saying. It finally came, everything came, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So for me it was really a shame to see. I thought I had this dream and I wanted to tour, and everything finally, like the things come to a sort of, like the journey was finally going to a destination, and then of course COVID hit. But right now with the thing is with being a support act is just, I'm super grateful just to be there, you know.
Yeah.
So it's always been like, my dream was always to DJ around the world, and of course you set higher goals eventually if you
of course.
But I think it's the same for for you, I guess, like I'm really thinking that we're in the sort of the same boat.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it feels, you know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, how was it for you the first time?
I mean, the first time I remember, I think the first like big show. Trying to think if that was Ushuaia or like Brazil. It was something crazy. It was either Ushuaia or we did like a South America tour for the first time, and also like, I mean, at that point the only things I did before was like shows for like, I don't know, you would get paid like 200-300 euros
of course.
max, and then all of a sudden I had like serious like offers from like actual shows abroad, and I was like, it was like so crazy to see that like in an email, like an offer for a show in whatever country. So that was crazy. And then, I don't know, for me, like also me and Martin, we've been friends since like 12, 13 years old. So I've seen it all happen for him.
Yeah.
Like I went with him to shows sometimes.
Yeah.
So it was super surreal to all of a sudden from being in a fucking school party to being at a festival.
Yeah, exactly. I like how you say that it's sort of surreal, because that's the word I always say when I want to describe what's happening, of course.
Yeah.
Because for me, like in the middle of COVID, we were always on a Friday we were always drinking at a friend of ours, with a small group, and Roll was also part of that group, like Hardwell was also part of that group, and it sort of came to a conclusion like, okay, he said, yeah, Tim, I want you to be my support act when I come back, because we already knew that he was coming back with an album, of course, and first it's like we're drunk, so it's a sort of, you know, like an enthusiastic story. Yeah, I'm gonna play, blah blah, stuff like that. And then eventually it sort of came, it was said more times, and then it was said when we were sober, and then we, like, I got a text from my agent, like, yeah, we need to have a conversation with Björn and with us, because there's something with Anna agency, you know. And so I thought, okay, why? Because we had like weekly meetings about bookings, of course.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, like Björn, I know Björn is the one who is instructing, like making sure, like the project manager of the whole R&D tour, and I thought, why is he here? Like, I thought, okay, there are like 3 options, like Anna agency is going bankrupt, or I get a new agent, or it was the Hardwell tour.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I didn't want to dream about, okay, the Hardwell tour, like, yeah, of course, that was a big dream of mine, and then they said it to me, and right in the beginning of the conversation, and I didn't even hear what they were saying, so. It's like they say, yeah, your dream begins then, and then you will be touring the whole world. So like that was insane for me, I think.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also like playing like all the like legendary venues.
Yeah, exactly.
You've always been dreaming of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because it's so strange, because you get like because we started right after COVID sort of stopped.
Yeah.
And then it was like non-stop touring. It was I almost like, yo, what? Like it was going from 0 to 100 real quick. So yeah, for me it's still, if I look back, it's so unrealistic, to be honest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm super happy that it happened, of course. And
same here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Frank Coram was my summer anthem of 2021. Very true.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Honestly, like on tour, me, Martin, the whole crew, we were all, I don't know who, someone on the crew, like we were at an after party, I think, played the song.
Yeah.
At the after party, and we were all like, what's this? Like, for the people that don't know, that song is, how would I say, it's like a Dutch song.
Yeah, it's a Dutch sort of folk song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which you made into like a tech house version.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I knew that you guys were playing it.
Yeah.
Because I got somebody sent me a message. Yo, Martin just played this track. I was like, what? And then afterwards, I heard the stories of it, of course. So it was like insane for me because this track was really something like a creative. I always have like these creative things that's going on in my head. I think like, could this work? Yeah. And then I was really experimenting with TikTok, and I thought, fuck it, fuck Credible. I'm gonna remix like this song of the Netherlands. That's the whole for me it's like my whole youth, because if you play that song everybody knows it, right?
Yeah, for sure,
everybody knows it, and if you either think it's good or bad, that doesn't really matter, because I thought, okay, fuck it, it would be really fun to, like, the drum roll is so legendary, everybody in the Netherlands knows, okay, if the drum roll comes then people will sing the track. So I thought, okay, maybe try to make a sort of thing with a bass line that's like techie in my style. And then it hit, and then the rest is history, I think.
It's so funny, that drum roll, probably to Dutch people that drum roll is the same as, I'm gonna say it, the Pornhub drum roll.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows that drum roll.
Yeah, exactly.
And like it's just such a legendary Dutch song.
Yeah.
That was literally like our party song for that summer.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear, because I knew that you guys played it, of course, but I didn't know that it was your summer anthem.
Yeah. Cool. Next one. Time off. How do we spend a day off?
A day off. For me, I think a day off is always just making sure, like, that I have an Xbox. I don't know if you play PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I was an Xbox guy in the past.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I bought an Xbox during COVID, and I think, okay, I think one day a week I will play, like on a Sunday I will play some. I'm really a role playing guy, so I like RPGs like Fallout, stuff like that, Skyrim. I play that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And with friends, maybe FIFA. But for me, a day off is just playing some games. And sometimes I also make music on my day off, because I like to do that in my spare time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. So of course it's like work, but still, then most of the time I make like other kind of stuff. Like lo-fi, or maybe some meme tracks. Like that. I think, okay, this is really fun to make,
Yeah, honestly, it's so important to like keep it fun for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think, I don't know if it's for you the same, but for me, now it's so professional, and then you need to, like, there are deadlines, and you need to, sometimes I miss the whole, that it's, that it was your hobby.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it's for you.
Yeah, honestly, it's sometimes I can really get lost in it, like I don't know, just that you don't have to take it too seriously. Like a lot of times when I'm making music, I'm really like thinking like, okay, I have to make something that works for me or for my set, or that works for my career, or that could do something for me. And sometimes I really have to like snap out of that to just think, wait a second, I'm just having fun here, I'm just making music because I like to make music. And I think that could be for a lot of people maybe like something that could really block you, or like really...
It doesn't, like, sometimes I always have like once or two times, like 2 months or something like that, I do have like a week off that I don't do any music. Because I try to keep the creativity going. But like a writer's block, like I really had that after Frank Korn, because I thought, what is the next thing that I'm gonna do, because people knew me from that in the Netherlands, of course.
Yeah.
But I think the thing was like, if I'm touring and I'm doing shows, I always get like the creativity. Okay, this track is really cool. How can I make this like the same, but for me?
Yeah.
And that's how I most of the time make my music. And it's, I think, like getting out of the creativity block is like just what helps for me is that I always try to think, okay, what kind of inspiration I get from different kind of stuff. So my tracks are more of a mashup of different kind of tracks that I think, okay, it starts out with, okay, I like this idea, but I could make it a little bit like this more, but then this synth is cool, maybe I can use it on that track. So it's like a whole mashup of all kind of tracks, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly for me like how, I mean, I've moved a little bit more into like more melodic, progressive-y stuff, but like how the bouncy bop things came together I was sort of like thinking like I really liked what like Oliver Heldens was doing at the time, like the, well, what do we call it? Future house.
Yeah, yeah, the real future. Yeah.
And like, I mean, I'm still a big fan of like the big room stuff from back in the days. So yeah, I was really thinking like, how can I like combine those two things and have like a future house thing, but still like that groove, but a little bit more energetic.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the idea. That's like kind of like where Bouncy Bob came from, and then I don't know who came up with the term future bounce.
Yeah.
But I'm still not a fan.
No, of course. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. Like, but the thing is, like the Bouncy Bob track, I knew that track is really the track that I discovered your.
Yeah.
Of course, it was one of the first things that you did with just Mylo, but it really showed a different way of how tracks were like just a different genre, so like a different invention, I think. And it really showed that you can do whatever you want, like
for sure.
Because there's no other track like that, or how it started, I think. Of course, now there's a lot of tracks that sound a little bit like that, but still, I think if you just make sure that, like, if you make something and you see, okay, you're so happy, like that you want to still want to work on it to finish it. I think then you have something magical.
Yeah, and when it just comes like naturally, like
exactly.
It just goes easy.
Yeah.
Because some songs are also like a struggle to finish.
Yeah, I know. That's true. And I always if I finish a song, I don't know if it's for you as well, but if I finish a song, it takes so long for it to be released. Like my tracks are what is getting released right now. It's like, I made those tracks like half a year ago, and I already played them, and I thought, they are cool and I like them, but I'm already on the newer stuff that will be released at a half a year later.
Yeah, sometimes like even like your little bit like your musical taste is already more evolved, and like you kind of lose the connection, but usually what I have is like when it's out, then you get the connection back again. Yeah,
that's true.
For me at least. The last one. Vision for the next 5 years. I don't even know what I'm gonna do tomorrow.
My vision for the next 5 years. Yeah, I've thought about this a lot because I'm really ambitious always, so I make plans for like 3 years, 5 years, and I always see, and I always have like this year plan what I want to do, so I work towards that, and it's in line in what I want to have in about 5 years, because my main goal, like the main goal that I have is like, of course I'm a support act right now, but I really want to do like a own world tour with it, like I make an album and then I'm gonna tour with that album. That's my main goal. And how to achieve that, like it's not like, of course maybe there won't be that big venues that Hardwell or Martin has, but if it's a world tour, it's a world tour for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's the main focus right now. And like I have a new team right now, I have a new management, so they're really helping me with accomplishing that goal that I have. And I think that's, for me, it's really important to work towards goals. I really set goals, like maybe, of course, for me I'm really chaotic, so if I don't do that, for me as well, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I know what I'm gonna do in about 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's my goal, I think, my vision.
Nice.
In about 5
Sick.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, now, I mean, I've started doing like more like solo stuff as well, like show-wise.
Yeah.
Which is also like one of the things I want to do more, obviously.
Yeah,
we
of
all
course.
do. But like it's like such a rewarding thing to, like, for instance, in Japan or like whatever, to go somewhere and that like all the people like just show up to hear your music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Instead of, I mean, obviously, I think we're both super thankful for being
Yeah.
able to do the support shows, but still, it's like a different experience.
Yeah, I think I really like to. I think for you as well. I think it's so nice to be the support act, of course, and it opens a lot of doors.
Yeah.
But you also want to be your own
Yeah.
brand, I think, and
Yeah. Exactly.
you don't want to fall into I'm the support act.
Yeah.
Because you always fall in the sort of the shadow, even though I'm super grateful for this.
Yeah.
And I think it's a thin line.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes because it's like people like to put things in boxes really
exactly.
quickly.
Yeah. And
So, yeah, it's maybe also a bit challenging to grow out of that.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think eventually if you need to make a choice, of course. But for now, like, I'm super happy with
Yeah.
everything.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think it's also in line with if you want to go somewhere, like it gives you, it's a platform that people, like thousands of people, more than thousands of people will see you.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's such a great experience, but also a great thing to grow as an artist.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I always realized as well. Like, obviously, social media, crazy important. We've heard that a million times.
Yeah.
But like, there's nothing that could ever substitute actual shows and actually seeing someone play
True.
and actually experiencing the real thing in real
Yeah.
life. Like, still, like, even on social media, there's nothing I think that grows it more than actually being there and playing shows
Yeah,
and
that's
meeting
true.
people and like.
Yeah, I think that's true because if you see, of course, there are some hacks like making reels and
of course.
carousel posts, stuff like that grow your account, but there's no such thing as doing a good show
Yeah.
in a different country and
Exactly.
then like it's insane that like 300 followers a day that every show that you do like
Yeah.
minimum.
Yeah.
So that's insane, and it makes all the hard work sort of worth it.
Yeah.
I think.
Thankfully, there's like, you can grow social media without, well, I wouldn't say without, but
But
not only by making TikToks.
no, exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting times, like how
Yeah,
things are changing. Like,
yeah. I think because nowadays also DJs are going to get booked with just a mashup that they
Yeah,
made
yeah.
on TikTok, and that's super strange. But it's also like an opportunity, I think, for
yeah,
yourself.
for sure.
Like we can say, yeah, but that's not his own song. Yeah, but still, people like it. So
yeah, and he still came up with the thing.
Exactly.
He still, yeah. That was at first something I had to get used to a little bit, to be very honest.
Yeah, I get what you mean, and I'm also getting. We all need to get used to TikToks and how they sort of took over the whole music industry. But still, I think nothing beats. I really agree. Nothing beats like a real show.
For sure, definitely.
You can see it with the live streams. Like there are no live streams anymore that, like that. Of course, if there's an ultra, then there is a live stream. But people don't watch live streams anymore. Like that is just that you're standing at the DJ deck without anything else that you can give them.
Yeah. Luckily, that's over.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, it was fun though. It was fun to keep us busy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I think this is a good one to end it on. Nothing beats real life experience.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, of course.
See you guys soon.